Day 43. So they pulled their boats up on shore, left everything, and followed him. Luke 5, verse 11. Mark Price, Rich Youngkus, Matt Harpring, Brian Oliver, Dennis Scott, Kenny Anderson, John Sally, Travis Best, Tom Hammonds, and so many other great Tech basketball players. They all stand on the shoulders of one who went before, Roger Kaiser. In 1957, Tech coach Wack Hyder pulled off the greatest coup in Tech basketball history by convincing Kaiser to leave the basketball hotbed that was Indiana for the basketball wasteland that was Atlanta. When Kaiser arrived in town, he discovered you'd drive around town and couldn't even find an outdoor court down here. That was the first thing I noticed. At his first freshman game, I came out on the floor and there wasn't anyone there. I was used to playing to a full gym. I said to myself, what in the world am I doing here? In fact, the freshman game soon became a major draw as the word got around about Kaiser's play. The team lost only one game all season. Despite his dismay, Kaiser stayed, and his junior season was a landmark in Tech history. Averaging 22.5 points per game, Kaiser led the Jackets to a 22-6 mark and the school's first ever invitation to the NCAA tournament. They didn't exactly sneak up on anybody, entering the tournament ranked 8th in the country and receiving a first-round bye. They drew Ohio University and trailed the whole game until Kaiser nailed a pair of free throws with only 4 minutes and 55 seconds left. Kaiser scored 16 of Tech's last 23 points as the Jackets won 57-54. In the NCAA's Final 8, Tech drew a legendary Ohio State team featuring Jerry Lucas and John Havlicek, and lost, though the scrappy Jackets stayed close until late. Kaiser scored 27 points and had blazed the trail for other great players to follow. Going to a place in your life you've never been before, as Roger Kaiser did when he came to Atlanta, requires a willingness to take risk and face uncertainty head on. You've undoubtedly had your moments when your latent pioneer spirit manifested itself. That time you changed careers, ran a marathon, volunteered at a homeless shelter, learned Spanish, and went back to school. While attempting new things invariably begets apprehension, the truth is that when life becomes too comfortable and too familiar, it gets boring. The same is true of God, who is downright dangerous because he calls us to be anything but comfortable as we serve him. He summons us to continuously blaze new trails in our faith life, to follow him no matter what. Stepping out on faith is risky, all right, but the reward is a life of accomplishment, adventure, and joy that cannot be equaled anywhere else. Life is an adventure. I wouldn't want to know what's going to happen next. Bobby Belton. Unsafe and downright dangerous, God calls us out of a place where we are comfortable to a life of adventure and trailblazing in his name.